back, if only for a little while. Right, wanting to at least get a little bit of...
The tour is over, and it's time for some rest.
Yep, and let's start with this now. Ooh, I don't want... Can I change my lineup? Yes, I can. Oh. Oh, hello.
Glad to meet you again, Robin. How are the preparations for the Charmony Festival coming along? We're all so excited about it.
Yep.
It's going smoothly. Thanks for making the trip to join the festival.
You're too kind, Robin. It's a pleasure to have guests from all over the universe celebrating day and night. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so this jubilant dreamscape is perfect for me.
But if this went on forever, would it get boring too?
Mm.
Not at all. Who would get tired of having so much fun? Every day you get to wear fancy clothes, explore all sorts of dream bubbles, indulge in delicious food without gaining weight, and you never get old or sick. As long as you can afford a room, this place is the ultimate paradise.
Yeah, and you ought to love as long as you can afford a room where people have literally sold other people into slavery. Also, why are the buttons so much more higher definition than the texture for the clothes?
But you know that only a few things can be brought back from the dreamscape to reality, right?
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Just enjoying the dream itself is good enough for me. I mean, I'm not one of those long-living species. I only have around 60 or 70 years in this lifetime, and there's so much to worry about. Being happy here is pure bliss. Only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control of my life and fate. Who would want to go back to reality after experiencing this bliss?
I see. I genuinely wish you all the happiness in the world.
Yeah, that is sad.
I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin! I'm off to the Blue Hour for the ball. See you later.
Seems like that guest's perspective didn't resonate with you either.
She had a valid point. And I could sense her genuine happiness. It's just that...
You're concerned about people basically committing their entire waking life to their dream.
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life. But in reality, she's just escaping from reality and seeking solace in this sweet dream. Once she steps out of this sanctuary, everything will be lost.
Yep, that'd be correct.
Well, she did make mention of being able to afford a room. Didn't she?
However, the paradise in our dreams, it doesn't have to end.
You know, it kind of does, though.
And the paradise we yearn for shouldn't be just a fleeting dream either.
There you go. Are we just going to be talking to a whole bunch of people with basically the same issues? Hello?
The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here. What an honor.
You sound almost disappointed.
You're right. Even though time stands still in this dreamscape, it always feels fresh. I find something new every time.
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all. No. With little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations, especially with someone as esteemed as you. Do you mind if we chat?
It's my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind. You said, with little time left. Please, forgive me for being blunt. But is that why you came to Penacony?
Yeah. I was part of a war, and while escaping from the Sikosian mothership, I got exposed to some radioactive materials.
Oh, so you're literally living out radiation sickness.
And then, all my comrades died, and my hometown was wiped out by neutron bombardments. I couldn't bear to live with everything I knew gone. That's when I heard about a possible solution here, so I came.
How heart-wrenching. I hope the family has been able to help you.
They have, and I'm truly grateful for that. They provided me with a comfortable room, the most advanced life support devices in the cosmos, and a stellar team of caregivers. My physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. The me you see here is whole, rational, and no different from any other person. But I can't say the same for the me in the hotel room.
Yeah, I feel like a dream world that's full of nothing but bliss and a good time should really be reserved for situations like yours, since you're basically experiencing just the 10 firefighters from Chernobyl incident, or at least I guess something equivalent to that, and there's no way to live that peacefully.
My true appearance? No. I hope you never have to witness it, Robin.
Yeah.
So, you'll be living forever in this dreamscape, right?
Just being able to live at all is good enough for me. Whether it's in this dreamscape or not, well, I don't really have much say in the matter. My world has been torn apart, and my life could end any second. So, even if this whole place is an illusion, it's still my paradise. How I envy those everlasting things.
That old man's story. It's so tragic. Fortunately, this sweet dream gives him joyful memories to hold on to for the rest of his life.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony exists.
I'm still taking the guess that you're probably gonna imprison her, since it's the whole thing of wings, the cutscene from earlier with, oh, we should keep the bird in the cage to make sure it's nurtured. And I'm imagining something like that with a Robin might happen.
However, even the sweet dream has its limitations. While it provides solace to the disillusioned, it can't completely eliminate pain in reality.
There will be a way out. Penacony is already on the right track.
Okay, Robin, if literally not even half an hour ago, you were talking about how this sweet dream is less resonant with harmony, and that it's starting to become nothing but a debauchery of pure indulgence, and you're hearing your brother say there will be a way out, Penacony is already on the right track, that should be a red flag. Also, why the fuck are you doing the :3 face? A smirk and a :3 face, I think.
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady.
Hello, Sparkle.
Wait, is that me? Brother, what a surprise to see you again.
Yeah, and there's a fucking difference.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled masked fool received an invitation too. That must be you, right? Did you enjoy yourself?
Barely. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to bite. And they run away at the slightest hint of danger. In other words, they're naive and cowardly.
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the harmony doesn't tolerate discord.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening. I've done so much for the family. You should be thanking me, because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess, Penacony would still be in shambles. Don't you think?
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us. Step aside and stop causing trouble for the Charmony Festival.
The Charmony Festival? You think you can scare me? You think I've no idea what you're planning? I don't care what you're thinking, Chicken Wing Boy. But I'm pretty sure our lovely Robin won't be appearing on stage. After all, you're well aware of what a sorry state this dreamscape is in under the banner of harmony.
Yeah.
Penacony, the land of the dreams. Is this truly the paradise you desire?
Stop it.
What's the rush, Chicken Wing Boy? Did I get to you?
Oh, a little bit.
Our paradise is none of your concern, masked fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
All right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain and find true happiness?
Not really. And that's the whole crux of what you're needing to deal with.
Well, I've done my part. And now I'm simply waiting for the fireworks to begin. Here, the last 2 gifts for both of you. And don't lose them. If by some unfortunate chance the Charmony Festival starts against all odds, remember to use them during the show. And it'll be thrilling. Bang!
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon. Let's wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
Okay. By the way, brother, I heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. But when we were kids, you used to steal my desserts. Seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What exactly happened?
A lot.
Well, someone has to stay awake even in this sweet dream.
But that someone doesn't have to be you, or anyone in particular. You're carrying too much on your shoulders, brother.
Yep.
The paradise in our dreams. It shouldn't be like this. Penacony is nothing more than a dream. It can't erase the worries and pain of reality, or bring true happiness. It only offers an escape from reality. Nothing more.
Remember the old man we met earlier? Without this dream, he might have completely lost himself.
That might be true, but even without Penacony, he could have chosen another path. As far as I know, the Intelligentsia Guild has been promoting their rehabilitation techniques for a long time now. That path may have been more ordinary and challenging, but now he is receiving hospice care in a comatose state, and his fate is sealed. Is Penacony granting these people a future? Or is it taking it away from them?
Yes.
Well, don't forget this. Not everyone really has a future. The future for humanity is like the sky for birds. People mistakenly believe that flight is inherent to birds because they've never witnessed those birds crashing to their death. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were young?
Yeah, we took care of it. Provided food and water, groomed its feathers. And later, when I decided to leave Penacony, I opened the cage and set it free.
Yep.
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters because I didn't want to upset you. Shortly after you left, it crashed to its death right in front of your window.
Oh no, it crashed right to its death. Oh.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason.
Okay.
Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
We can assert that we can give them the chance to try, or at least have other birds help out. In this metaphor that's breaking down.
Implying that the same goes for humans too?
Yes, and that's the problem you're starting to see. And thankfully... Well, I mean...
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, only a few extraordinary individuals can endure such a perilous journey.
Yeah, honestly, if Sunday does become playable in the future, I'd imagine he'd be a Nihility character, just from the way that his mentality has been talking about, and the way that he did the branding of Harmony shit on Adventurine. He'd seem like a kind of fun Nihility character in the future.
That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen eon?
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
There we go. Sorry.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people will never become heroes in their lifetime. Some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal. And the weak can only watch as their value gets constantly diminished by external forces.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own. That's what the Odes of Harmony have always taught us.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream. Human nature contains greatness, but it also harbors inherent weaknesses that can't be eradicated.
God, can you shut the fuck up? You're both a supremacist, an ass, and just since the strong will always be strong and the weak will always be weak. No, they fucking won't. You ever hear what happens to Olympians when they turn 90? Ever hear what happens to bodybuilders when they have to need dementia medication and blood pressure medication? You happen to know what happens to a fledgling baby that is too weak to even sit up on its own? It grows up into a full-fledged adult. Like, people change. Things change. Jesus Christ, you nihilist.
In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the fittest prevails, there will always be fledglings crashing to their death.
Because there isn't a fucking law of survival of the fittest, you shit. Literally, the Trailblaze is specifically a goddamn group preventing that. Talk to anyone in, like, the IPC. I know you don't like the IPC because, like, it's the IRS and they're cunts and these... I shouldn't have said that. Shit. Either way, you really should not be concerned about survival of the fittest, because it isn't.
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother, don't believe that the harmony will save the weak, then which eon can make our dreams come true?
Oh, probably a different one. Another order? Which I'm assuming is what you're...
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. It's about the story of the harmonic strings. If I could become a chord master, I'd like to summon Dominicus, the harmonious choir. I want to sing with everyone and spread our wishes so that all can feel happiness and joy.
I see. Then I would summon the harmonious choir too.
Don't you have a wish of your own, brother?
Yes.
Of course I do. It's just that it includes your wish and everyone else's.
Yep.
I long for a true paradise where everyone can find peace.
Then let's build a stage there and invite everyone to our performance so that both our wishes come true through the power of the harmonious choir.
It's a deal then.
Yeah, it's a deal. But how can I become a chord master?
Maybe you'll have to become a star first.
Oh, we're back here. Eight system hours until Charmony.
Than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now, it's up to us to forge ahead.
Since he's already carried out his last wish, my final mission is complete. But pardon me if I sound curt. It's good to have determination. The path Mikhail left for you is not an easy one to tread.
Yeah.
Why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude, staking everything on some nameless in the future? But you have the numbers, and in numbers comes strength. So that might just delay your inevitable a little more.
Got any more encouraging words?
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone is far from enough. Regardless of whether the other party will be compliant, negotiating simply allows us to meet them as equals, and won't grant us an upper hand. Penacony is our rival's home turf, and we already have very few chips left to play with. Rather than idly sit around while the family's got us blocked off, an offensive approach might be a wiser course of action.
Wait, where does that button go into? Because that looks like it's latched to something, but it isn't touching anything else besides your skin.
We're more familiar with the Stellaron's properties than most. And since it's the key to stabilizing the sweet dream, it's vital to the family's interests. By attacking their core interests, they're bound to retaliate hastily. And as the saying goes, haste makes waste.
That's right. As long as we pose a threat to the Stellaron, either with words or otherwise, we have a chance at gaining the upper hand. But the problem is, on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening, how exactly are we going to get close to the theater? Family security will be airtight, and if we brute force it, even if we succeed, it's too risky. So, no one's gonna say anything? Then I'll raise my hand. I know the answer to this question.
What do I want to say? You of all people, looks like we have one more ace up our sleeves. Time for the master stroke. You know what? Be an ass.
What's that supposed to mean? You'd better believe it. So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. It's called the Soulglad TM Festivity Auditions, or something, and it's going to be held in the moment of Scorch Sand.
I never thought I'd hear a character in-game say TM or trademark.
As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar and be able to personally bask in the graces of Miss Robin. Not that that's important. What's crucial is that we can enter the Grand Theater before the audience arrives.
Oh.
So, how do we go about participating in these festivity auditions? I've already procured special invite tickets from Miss Robin's fan club. To tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along. But now it looks like even if I scrape through, I probably still won't have the chance to shake Miss Robin's hand.
You could have done that like 2 separate points. The first time we got to the hotel, and like right, like not even fucking, I don't even know how long ago, since it goes hour by hour, but I don't know about that, is when Robin was literally here.
They're still running this thing, huh? It was originally just a publicity stunt, set up by Mikhail to drum up attention. Looks like it might be worth a shot.
We'll follow Marge's plan. Mr. Gallagher, will you be joining us?
I'm afraid I won't have the time. As a virtual character, I've already completed my final mission. Whether Penacony can awaken from this dream is all down to you.
Yep.
Should we ever cross paths again? I'd love for you to visit the Express.
I already got him as character, so he is.
All right. I'll have to add to that data bank of yours you've got on the Express.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support. We're faced with a formidable enemy. As long as the Astral Express and Stellaron Hunter's objectives are aligned, we're willing to cooperate with you.
We've already come this far together. I'd like to join you for the rest of your journey on Penacony. I'm pleased that we can finally fight shoulder to shoulder. I couldn't ask for a better ending.
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze. Now, everyone, let's prepare to move out.
Okay, are we heading to get the hat now? Or are we heading someplace else first? We're going to the pageant. So is the Harmony path going to be revealed here?
Oh, wow, they've really outdone themselves. Oh, I'm starting to get excited. Is he talking about us?
Yes.
Excuse me, you four. What are you hoping to get out of all this?
That sounded like you were at gunpoint. Okay.
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you in overcoming all of the challenges?
Hello, adventuring, but not adventuring. Jesus. Eh.
Would you be open to a brief exclusive interview with us? It'll be quick.
Your journey is long and fraught with peril, yet under a sky blanketed by banners, you vie for the crown.
The sword and rose! Protect the beauty! The beauty, the beauty!
Oh, wait, these are all AI. It's journalists.
A knight's head is hard as steel. Brother Lance's focus is stubborn as a heel. We don't all have to be winners. But if we don't have fun, we'd all be sinners.
People are pouring in. Kinda feels like all sorts of baddies are showing up. Let's get in there quickly and enter the competition.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make way. Make way.
Who is this?
Coming towards us now is one of Penacony's top 10 wealthiest tycoons and the soul-glad business empire's founder, Mr. Eidolon.
This is a very weird shot.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the director of Solglad's factory, Eidolon Lena.
My four friends, introduce yourselves to the audience across the cosmos.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm Himiko, a nameless from the Astral Express, and these are my companions.
Don't you guys can't hide it anyways. Penacony is plastered with our posts.
Hello, I'm Jordan. She's March 7th.
Hello, everyone. I'm
So it's a bunch of nameless guests. This final face-off is bound to be spectacular. Time is precious. My four friends, come with me.
Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a blast.
Yep. Ode under Dam. Yeah, this sounds like German. Ode under das Meer. I think. That's a guess. I don't know if that's right. Oh, hello. Perhaps the statue has witnessed the most joyful memories in the auditions. Sensing incongruity with its surrounding, it vanishes quickly from your sight. No, I saw that. I bet there would be... Right, the TVs poke out of the walls, too. Is boat same on the boat's sides? Yep. No, but that is a bird. Over here. Jesus, that is such a weird hitbox for the interaction. Sorry, was I bothering you? Chirp, chirp. It's really noisy in here, so even if you hide in here to sing, no other birdies can hear you. Chirp. But it's really too loud. I can't hear myself singing. Chirp. That's okay. You could hear it? I'm so embarrassed. Chirp. Don't look at me. I just want to find a hole to hide in. Chirp. Wait. Also, achievements. Dispel 5 hound statues. Okay, now.
This place is buzzing.
Yes.
That's right. This event is a miniature representation of that time known as the era filled with boundless possibilities.
Hello. Hello, welcome to the original origami for bird flying race. May you attain the best results. Chirp. Let's take a look at your wings. Oh, you must be here to spectate the races. Chirp. But even if you're not participating, you mustn't slack off on your training, or you'll be pushed around by Boss Stone. Chirp. Oh, and there's another birdie who needs some guidance over there. See you later, my wingless friend. Chirp. Jesus Christ, what is this place? Oh, hello. Damn it. Yep.
Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established. I was still a young, bright-eyed lad back then, lured here by the watchmaker's ads, full of zeal and ready to make my first fortune in life.
Yep.
Once, during a particularly grueling day, I passed out and was resuscitated by a drink from Mr. Sousa. That sweet taste has since been etched in my mind, and that was what drove me to create the Soul Glad that we all know and love today. The dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. Oh, I miss those days, and the watchmaker.
Scorched Sand Hall is my homage to that time of boundless possibilities. I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish and emerge as the next superstars of Penacony. Now then, is there anything you'd like to say before the competition officially begins?
We have brain rot. Can we get... Further brain rot? Nah, we win.
That's the trailblazing spirit. How about you, Miss March?
Hello, everyone!
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limits. That's Miss March 7th for you. How about Miss Firefly?
I hope that by the end of this journey...
A wonderful wish! Miss Himiko, what are you expecting from your team?
Safety first, everyone.
Simple words, but full of warmth. Waiting for you are 3 stages, each connected to that era. The first 2 stages offer 2 distinct paths to choose from, with unique challenges on each route.
So, basically, simulated universe?
In the last stage, you will face off against a champion who has defended the title to this very day. A beloved contender whose noble virtues are unrivaled. Those are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear? Now, I hereby announce that the 33rd Scorch...
Oh, shit.
Everyone, as the Charmony Festival is drawing closer, we must reach the end as quickly as possible. Factoring in efficiency and safety, splitting up into 2 groups is the best choice.
Alright, so me and Firefly, March 7th, and Himiko.
March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long and aren't overly familiar with her. It'd probably be better if the 2 of you paired up.
Yep.
Fine by me. Let's do it.
All right. I don't have a problem with that.
After chat, let's get do this.
We'll split into the assigned groups then. Let's not waste time.
Okay, good. I can still collect this and I'm not forced to enter in a place that... What the... Wait, hello?
Welcome to the first stage of Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season, Dream Play Fantasia. In this stage, you can choose between 2 challenges, the School of Acting or School of Action. In the School of Acting challenge, you have to complete 3 performances from 3 scripts and move the panel judges. In the School of Action challenge, you have to defeat 3 groups of enemies convincingly and reach the end. Now, make your choice.
Action. Oh wait, we get to actually choose. Oh my god, hello. This is a... Hold on, what? Okay, action challenge, yes. There's a whole ass cutscenes for this.
Champion's crown awaits you on the stage. Welcome to the arena of action stars. Please.
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are a total of 3 stages up ahead, each with their own challenges. The enemies you will contend against are antagonists from the film Once Upon a Time in Dreams. Defeat them swiftly and decisively to set a new record.
Okay.
It's worth mentioning that the fastest time for this stage was achieved by a contestant with fiery red hair. Astoundingly, he overcame all enemies across the 3 stages in only 5 minutes.
I feel like this is supposed to be a hint. His... What? That couldn't have been Luca. Argenti?
Time is of the essence. Let's make this quick.
Actually, no. God damn it.
You are about to confront the monsters of the primordial dreamscape. During this period, Penacony was nothing but a barren wasteland. The dreamscape was fraught with strife and disorder, with memory zone memes running rampant.
Why does it have a 7% sticker on it?
As dream chasers who've come to Penacony, defeating them is your first step towards success.
All the Soul Glad is ours! Don't even think about plundering the Soul Glad from us!
Awfully cute, but I'm terribly... What the fuck are those things? Oh, they're weak to fire, so never mind. This steam evaporates you.
More business, eh?
That's all you got?
Oh, okay. That's an interesting gimmick. Sure, let's see how... Oh, almost.
Let's begin.
And... Oh, well, hello. That's 2.
Lance at the ready.
And...
That's all you got?
Bubblehound, who's been forced to play a monster.
Pretty simple. I just hope these tests don't take too long.
Oh. Kick. Oh, yeah, this should be easy. Chirp, chirp, who woke me? I've long retired, and I don't match predictions anymore. And I don't do match predictions anymore. Chirp. But with my years of experience in the spectator seats, the winner of this match is bound to be that Sweets Gorilla. Chirp. With its shiny new muscles of steel and shoulders jam-packed full of Soul Glad, it has no weaknesses at all. Chirp. Fire, physical, imaginary, you fuck. What in the world are you sputtering about, Chirp? I don't understand, Chirp. Goodbye. The mere thought of the next challenge being pummeled with fine dust. I don't even want to be around for that, Chirp. Yeah, and notice how... Wait, actually...
Will of preservation.
Stay.
Oh, goddammit, it doesn't apply all of that.
Becoming the first group of dream chasers. Answering the call from the watchmaker, you are disappointed to learn that Penacony isn't paved with gold. Resigned to your current plight, you start from the hierarchical dredges, biding your time for a chance at success. Just as you're about to give up, a downpour sparks a business idea. You enter the umbrella business. But just as things are looking up, you encounter a competitor. Defeat them and emerge victorious from this trade.
Why is our opponent so glad?
Because this is Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd festivity auditions of the 20th season.
Isn't this just product placement?
Yes. What do you think it was going to be?
To safeguard the integrity of Soul Glad, I will soar high into the sky and become its shiniest star. Whoosh!
Sweet Gorilla who's been forced to play a monster. Yeah. Anyway...
Nice like a good brew. Full-bodied, my friends.
I don't see a reason just to say nuclear option is a fun option.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers? I charge extra. You know nothing of the way. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice. Decided to play your ace, huh? It ain't over. More business, eh? Step up, let's see ya.
Bonk.
Time for some hardship.
Pretty good.
We're just having fun. What are you waiting for?
And I don't. Well, I think that's one of them guaranteed to have a break.
In the mood for another beating?
Oh, almost. Gallagher. Thank you.
Friends? Indulge yourselves!
Oh, screw you.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze. Lance.
Okay. I don't know why, but for some reason this team is like SP extremely positive.
You know nothing of survive
Back
or
done?
destroyed. There
Where's
is
Gallagher gonna get the final hit?
in the mood for another beating?
Where's Welt gonna get the final hit? Answer is Welt.
The world kisses me with pain, and I provide with soul glad in return. Whoosh!
Yep. Chirp, you're also here to watch the match? Who's caught your eye? Chirp. Hold on. You're that one. Clocky's good friend. The famous baseballer. Chirp. If you're around, you're a shoo-in for the champion, Chirp. That dinosaur can grandstand all at once. It's still gonna be beaten to a pulp against the baseballer. Chirp. Goodbye. I'm returning to the Great Tree. This match is a done deal. I turned more and more southern as that went on. Oh, you son of a... Neither one? Oh, you let me have no fun. I should be good. I think...
Congratulations to our two dream chasers for establishing yourselves as budding stars in Penacony. However, now you face a competitor selling at low prices, pushing you to the brink of bankruptcy. No matter how lengthy the battle, you always persevere. Topple this powerful opponent, and the tides will turn, paving a way to success.
None will take my soul glad away from me. I will use the transmutation arcanum to turn into a dinosaur.
Isn't Transmutation Arcanum, like, supposed to be at least somewhat classified knowledge? Or little beyond Overcooked, who's been forced to play a monster?
Oh, dinosaur! Devour my enemies!
Big beyond Overcooked, who's been forced to play a monster.
A bottle of soul glad and make your dreams a blast!
All guys are enduring. I'm probably getting a paycheck.
Good, the stronger the better.
Yeah, so this should be good.
Step up, let's...
Honk. And this is also going to be a decent...
What are you waiting for?
Oh no, ignited stove. What am I going to do against either one of these issues? Not like... there's a simple solution to all this called ultimates. And, not like there's a simple solution to all this, just called, well, all I need to do is just make sure I hit. Hit you to both enough that you just don't have options to even react.
We're just having fun.
Okay. Oh, almost. And Gallagher kicked it to death. That's nice.
The body withers, but the soul-glad name shall not.
You truly are a beast.
That should do it. Okay. Let's go. Mr. Yang is waiting for us.
Hold on, did they make the models
Way off from the actual storyline.
Transforming into a dinosaur isn't imaginative enough for you? This is the sort of magic only seen on Penacony. Anyway, let's get back on track. Where were we? Oh, that's right. After an extended battle, you finally emerged victorious! But the companion who journeyed to Penacony with you chose to leave, having lost all hope. In the years that followed, you encountered each other once more on the prosperous streets of Penacony, but dared not call out to one another. Perhaps akin to the lingering regret of every dream chaser. Well done! You brought to life the thrilling action scenes from Once Upon a Time in Dreams with your fighting skills.
Yep.
Looks like we won.
Anyway.
Hurry up and get to the next stage.
Let's hurry up and get to the next stage, but there's always time for these little dinosaurs and treasure chests. Also, I probably should... Actually, I don't think I would have been able to properly have... Was there a protected chest at all, or is it just... Oh, shut the fuck up, both of you. Oh, wait, you can drag me all the way down there. But guess what? I can play Ring Around the Rosie without much issue. There's not even a protected chest there. They're just two random-ass enemies. But we have number 1 and number 2. Some like it hot. Hold on. Yep. Break all Boss Stone's balloons in the audition plaza. Oh my god. Make dream jackpots droop fortune sellers produce jackpot once. Okay. Next one.
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but more importantly, are you having fun? Fun is more important than success. Look at the time. You finished much faster than that red-haired contestant did.
That red-haired contestant. Who is that exactly?
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test first. Welcome to the second stage of the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises. Gunfire time! You have the option to choose gunfire and undergo Brother Hanu's trial, or time, where you'll face Clucky's trial. And now, make your choice!
How about Clocky? And way too good of an animation for this. Jesus Christ, that is hard to read. Anyway, time trial.
Dear friends, welcome to the wonderful world created by the Watchmaker. Awaiting you up ahead is the titular character from the beloved Clocky animation, Clocky!
Yep.
It's said that the watchmaker dreamed up the idea of Clocky when he was just a boy. Back then, he was merely an apprentice in a clock shop. And one night, he dreamt that all the broken clocks started sprouting arms and legs. Like a skilled pilot, he steered them towards the right path. As a classic figure who grew up with many, Clocky truly shaped a generation, solidifying the watchmaker's pivotal role in popular culture. Contestants, may you have a wonderful time with Clocky.
The trial of time. I hope it won't waste too much of our time. That statue. Did it just speak?
Wait, does this seem weird? I meant to just break the fucking balloon, but okay. Okay, well, it's also going to be an MVP during this, isn't he?
Nice like a good brew.
Yep.
Friends? Indulge yourselves!
It's time.
Oh.
Lance ablaze.
Second round.
More business, eh?
In the mood for another
I'm on guard.
And 2.
The galaxy is vast beyond compare.
And treasure chest. Oh. I mean, either way, I'm probably supposed to be selecting the puzzle first. Or puzzle pieces, then get on with this. But I'm going to do everything before I'm required to do anything else. I'm not going to do any of the other puzzles since it seems like now. Oh, it's not even that bad of a... Oh, you, and done.
Now that's talent.
And we yank. Whew, finally got down from there. Thank you for saving my life. I never knew solving jigsaw puzzles could be a weight loss regimen. Chirp. Okay. I didn't think that it was that high when I was going up. My heart almost exploded when I realized. Chirp. Are you not afraid of heights while you're flying? Of course I am, Chirp, which is why I'd never flown. I climbed up with my claws. Goodbye, Chirp. Please forget this acrophobic, embarrassing birdie. Chirp, chirp. You just flew away. That is a treasure chest. Anyway. Hello. So the stage is requiring us to cure this thing with a whole therapy session now? Oh, and in we go.
Tick-tock! It's time for me to make an appearance!
Where'd you come from?
I can also see him. Is this character part of the show?
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do anything! Like, right now! I could solve this problem with your big ticker pal, Tick-tock!
I can't believe it's actually Clocky! Why would you come and visit a failure of a clock like me for no reason?
You see, we're all clocks. We're family. I want to help you be happy! Tell your pal Clocky what's troubling you.
I came across a startling revelation yesterday. Apparently, Dreamscape Ticker isn't the same as Clocky at all. It's just a discarded prototype from Clocky's early development. Please, just leave me be, Clocky. I just don't know how to face you because I'm just a failure.
Oh dear. Seeing it like this is utterly heart-wrenching. But fear not. We're here to help it rediscover the missing parts of its inner self and guide it out of despair.
Yep.
I guess even troop members can experience existential crises.
Don't worry, miss. I've already pinpointed its missing parts. Over here, my friends. Better use that hamster ball night speed.
Ah. I wonder.
This must be one of the missing parts that Big Ticker were here. There's a missing part on the opposite side.
I am already...
Over there.
There's also a dream side left here by a Dreamweaver. We're running out of time. We'll have to use it if necessary.
Come on, let's go. Okay, let's see this one. And let me take a guess when I... move it over. Oh no, I was supposed to do that first. Okay. Oop. Yep. And next stop. Rotate. Why am I having... Okay, good. I was worried about that for a second. Exit. Yeah, of course. Anyway. No, 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 run. Okay, can't do that one. This one. Can't do that one. Can't do that one, but we can do this one. Um, and done. Either way, let's see if those boys have calmed down just a little bit. Like they have. And apparently I already got the treasure chest, so it doesn't matter. Thought I didn't. But granted, that was while I was lagging out, so... Well...
Oh dear! It's an origami bird! What's it doing in Beyond Overcooked's tail?
Something stupid.
A roasted bird? Oh, this is horrible! Let's save it, quickly!
Okay. Okay, let's see how fast I can do this.
There is no other choice. What are you waiting for? To betray my customers? I charge extra. Step up, let's see ya. More business, eh?
Oh, that's why it also gives skill points.
Leave it to me. Nice, like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves.
Okay.
We're just having fun. What are you waiting for? To betray my customers? I charge extra. Let's begin. You know nothing of the survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Okay.
In the mood for another beating?
Done? Oh, is this supposed to be the first one that I came to? And I just decided to go the very optional route? I'm hoping.
Thank goodness you're okay! But why did you burrow yourself into that fella's tail?
Because that fella stole one of Mr. Big Tigger's paws. I wanted to help retrieve it, but I accidentally got myself stuck in the oven. Go ahead and get it, but be careful. It's hot. Sweet. An inner self fragment belonging to the Sweet Dreams Troop? This is just too surreal.
Anyway. Wait, hold on. I can just teleport back there, right? Yes, I can. I need to go down that corridor. I know I'm not fixing you first. It'll be just a second. I want to get this map completed. Just fuck all. Really. So, never mind. I'll get you done.
We're back! As long as you have these, you'll be able to find closure. Tick-tock!
Yep.
Wow! This sudden surge of joy! It's working! Tick-tock! just need to enter its emoscape, help connect its pathways, and we're done!
Oh. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Oh. Okay, now I'm starting to get what this is supposed to be. You know, there's a gap. There, so there. That's too far away. Okay, that's how.
What's going on in here? Your inner self is a mess!
I'm not qualified to be the real Clocky. Just give up, Clocky.
No! This is unacceptable! You have to face your fears! Success!
Okay.
Thank you, Clocky. If not for you, I'd never be able to connect with people like this. You helped me find myself again.
No problem at all. As the guardian of Dreamville, it's what I'm here for. Tick-tock!
Oh, my friends, you still have other important things to do, right?
That would be correct.
Go forth, my friends. When the moment comes, all the Dream Tickers and I will cheer for you.
It's all done! Victory's in sight. Let's head to the final stage.
And last one.
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves. But, unfortunately, there is only one who can be Penacony's festive superstar. In the final stage, you will face the defending champion. If you fail, you will lose the opportunity to become the festive superstar. Welcome to the 33rd Scorch Sand Festival's third stage in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises' Superstar Showdown.
Okay, now, what is this? Also, there have been less pods coming through. Sure. Yeah, Argenti.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Hold on, let me just take a bet, since I think it's...
You better be good. Upgrade configured.
And you... Oh, knocked down. This one's a better one. There we go.
Stay.
Oh. I'm surprised you don't have voice lines. Please wait, my beautiful ladies. By glorious light of this beauty, I never thought I would see you again. In such turbulent times, your kind faces are spring's gentle breeze, brings solace to my scorched heart.
Are you a knight of beauty?
So the red-haired contestant was you all along. You already heard of my humble title elsewhere? I am deeply honored. On hearing the impending festivities, I commanded the one and only to bring me to Penacony with full haste. Alas, in a cosmos unguarded by the beauty, disorder prevails. Thus my passage was delayed by tending to the sick and injured. Fortunately, the mini-rabbit mech pilot, stray cat duelist, galactic ninja, and quad drive Inteleron, along with 32 other souls in distress, all emerged from their predicament safe and sound. I then led them all here to revel in the harmony with countless other splendid beings. You're quite the savior, aren't you? I do not deserve such praise. Unfortunately, a dashing IPC ambassador whose radiance matches that of a beautiful peacock remains in a woeful state. How I wish he too could partake in this splendid occasion. Okay, let's get back to business. Since fate has brought us together, it stands to reason that you both seek the accolade of the audition victor, correct? Though upon arrival, I was once mistaken for a towering silver-armored fugitive with fiery red flames due to my lack of eloquence. It matters not, for all these trials stem from the land of dreams beauty. What matters is that I now stand before you, our paths have crossed. I, Argenti, Knight of Beauty, am humbly requesting for a battle in the name of Code of Chivalry with both of you. If I am fortunate enough to emerge victorious, kindly grant me passage to the crown of victory and recognize that. Idrilla, the beauty, is the most peerless beauty of them all. Right on the weaknesses, right? Yes, I...
Decided to play your ace, huh?
So this is actually...
I'm on guard.
You are fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might. Step up, let's see ya. Time to mix things up. Nice like a good brew.
Okay.
Indulge yourselves!
Time to twirl!
Rise to the challenge. It ain't over. Leave it to me. Confess. Rise to the challenge. Behold this symbol of pure.
Okay. This is going kind of well.
There is no other choice. Rise to the challenge.
This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
It's time.
Time to twirl!
Lance ablaze! Lance
Okay.
forward!
In the mood for another.
Wasn't really expecting...
Pledged on loyalty.
Lance at the ready.
Wasn't really expecting to fight Argenti, like, full force, but hey, we are here now.
Indulge yourselves! Put forth all your might. Rise to the challenge.
Not really.
There is no other choice.
What are you looking at?
Rise to the challenge. Bear witness to
Honored to meet me.
rise to the challenge.
And done.
It's all yours. Time to twirl.
Behold, this symbol of Kyo. You're fighting a gentleman. Step up, let's see ya. Rise to the
I'm on
challenge.
guard. Lance ablaze.
Okay.
Forward.
Time to twirl.
Rise to the challenge.
Let's begin.
Confess. Put forth all your might.
Honestly, the swords aren't really helping you in a lot of cases. By the simple fact that they're took like a good 20% of your health.
Time for some heart.
Put forth all your might. I like that confidence.
You know nothing of the would survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time to twirl. What are you looking at? Do you know who I am? Big diamond.
Anyway.
It's all yours.
Rise to the challenge.
Leave it to me.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
The flesh wound. Bear witness to let the duel commence. In the mood for another beating?
Hmm.
Pledge thine loyalty. Put forth all your might.
Let's begin.
The flesh wound.
Time to twirl.
Rise to the challenge. It's nothing.
Hmm.
Nice like a good friend.
Anyway, I think this is about done.
Indulge yourselves.
That's enough. I've come to grasp the sincerity of your cause. I yield. Beautiful, beautiful. Truly a captivating contest. Is it through you that I realize double the honor of a driller? I must further hone my skills? What a beautiful lesson indeed. Go forth, my dear friends. Beautiful miss, the audition's crown is yours to claim. I shall remain here, gazing from afar as you bask in the limelight, joining the audience and offering you the most heartfelt cheers and applause.
We don't have much time. May fate allow us to meet again, Knight of Beauty. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
We should. I'm gonna get Sampo back on. Right. Anyway. And Wait, did I even claim... Oh, it's 2 in the morning. Okay. That's why. Oh, and this as well. Path to the Superstar. One person? Or just us?
Congratulations to the Galactic Baseballer and Firefly on becoming this Scorched Sand Festival's champions!
And... Um... Pseudo cutscene.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival. Before entering the grand theater,
Hi, Sunday.
I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance.
You already worked things out with the Dream Master?
As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron, and have come to a consensus. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest? Or a sweet dream paradise for all?
I mean... I don't know what the fuck you asking me for.
That's not the point. Don't let him mislead you.
I'm not.
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting.
If she wants a minute out on the patio. Or patio.
Okay.
And the gate is...
It is closed, I made sure of that.
firmly closed. That's okay. Can I leave this open?
Sure.
Go to the bathroom, brush my teeth quick.
Okay.
This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. The only path to take.
Bold of you to assume there's only one. A while ago.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charmony Festival that I have bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition?
Yes.
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron, this individual must hold a position of great authority. Do you have any suspects?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
You had to bring this up.
I would have never thought that this nameless would point the spear at me. Quite astonishing indeed.
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the Dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please alleviate our concerns.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
Sunday, Robin. I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. I already know your resolve. The magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call.
That sounded like Sunday really well.
Someday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me, and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in the heavens.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself? Always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this, it can be evidenced...
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have another question I hope to have answered.
There you go.
From my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws.
That would be out of the order.
The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony.
Yes, but you aren't directly answering the question, so...
Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the great one? Shipe.
Perfectly harmonize. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony. Though an eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment.
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Robin, you have literally had a full, like, half an hour, well, not half an hour, but like 15, 20 minutes of him basically telling, yes, he absolutely doesn't give a shit about this.
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
Yep.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
Your brother.
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
I mean, Robin's in a cage just from her splash art. Yang is, like, somewhere.
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone and have been widely observed.
Stop beating around the bush and get to the point.
Patience is a virtue. However, I won't hold it against you. On the contrary, I'm here to make my intentions clear.
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I, possess the power to put an end to this farce.
Stalra?
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do justice to the beauty of that ideal. So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and see once again where this road leads.
Motherfucker, you're glowing.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
Who in their right mind would expose their inner self like this?
That means...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so she should understand what it entails. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road we once took begins here. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you.
The real and the fake.
I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts. Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird. This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings had no one to turn to and took us in. Later on, Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopherwood's yard, we spotted a fledgling Charmony dove all on its own. That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub, probably abandoned by its parents.
Probably does not mean definitely.
To build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard, not to mention the many poisonous bugs and wild beasts in the vicinity.
And everything after this period into the 3 periods is kind of bullshit.
It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until
Bathroom's free. Come in.
Okay.
Come on.
I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf by the window, and asked the adults to fashion a cage for it. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, was that this bird's fate had already been determined long before this moment.
You don't know that.
You don't know anything about any food anywhere?
Not really, no.
There's a half a can in the fridge, but...
I mean, there's a cat food can that's on the counter that's unopened in the kitchen.
I don't think so. I think I've opened that one. Maybe not. No, the one I found was in your mother's room on her coffee table. I don't know what it was doing in there. But that one's in the refrigerator half full.
Okay.
Okay.
Power of choice to you all.
You stay in there and be good. We're all through
What
going out.
choice would you make? Stick to the original plan and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell, or build a cage for it and feed it. I eagerly await your Interesting. Since you've made up your mind, allow me to reveal what fate this choice will bring to the fledgling. From what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small birds. The Vosicle Scorpion, Asdana Wolverine, and the Huntington winged snake.
What kind of yard do you live in? What kind of bush are you living in?
They shy away from humans. These animals are still near apex predators in a fenced location like a yard. In such a location, only one fate awaits that little Charmony dove. A painful death. As for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry.
You know where bed is.
Now,
It's this way.
let us advance to the second decision.
This way, my love.
This time, it's the story of a dream chaser. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of Dreamscape residents, and providing them with the relevant guidance.
So the confession booth?
It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the dreamscape. Joy, sorrow,
Oh, okay.
arrogance, regret. The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life. Except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was everything. He told me I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves.
No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, I'm also pretty sure that the specific quest the guy didn't even mention not being able to feed his kids.
He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences. I'll tell you the outcome soon. Will you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels? I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows?
Illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacony. He sold his kids to chase a dream. Even if he intended to go back for them, it's still insanely irresponsible. With that thought, there's only one choice.
A dream chaser story. If I acted out of kindness, I would probably... But what cruel repercussion would this choice result in? I think Sunday must have been deeply impressed by the limitations of the strong defending the weak through this incident.
And all.
This question... Surely it has some connection to the baby bird story. And this connection is precisely the breakthrough Sunday aims to use to persuade us. I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease their pursuit.
Okay, and I'm taking up this. And I'll just go over to here.
the same decision. Out of respect, I'll share with you the dire consequences that my choice back then brought about. First, the outcome. He attained major success. After avoiding capture, he ran a business for a few years, very quickly making a name for himself, elevating his status. He might not have become a tycoon like old Audie, but he was considered a character of excellent repute. Now then, did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? No. The last time I saw him was in the real world, where the hounds were going to permanently exile him, and I was the accompanying bronze melodia. The mission was simple. Listen to the criminal's repentance. He told me the reason he was in this predicament was because he conspired to usurp the head of the Alfalfa family. When I asked him about his 2 children, he instead responded with a question. What children?
Is that actually truth, or are you lying about that?
My heart aligned with the harmony, and the good deed I dared to undertake held no value, turning instead into a wrongdoing. It created a lamentable oppressor and countless oppressed individuals. As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third and final decision, and the story this time is my own. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master, and as per his wish, we had a private conversation. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels, nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's touring there right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the harmony. And to save the lives of that planet. She personally made for the front lines.
Did you actually check if this was a real thing?
She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony. It didn't hit any vital arteries. Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advisable to write her back as soon as possible.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood.
Okay, did you even confirm that any of this was real?
Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen? Miss Robin.
Okay, but also the other thing, she doesn't have a voice box, she doesn't use it. She just uses harmony shit to just do that, so...
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, It is nothing more than wishful thinking.
Yes, but you're all for the strong exploiting the weak. Yeah, maybe not in practice of you personally doing it, but that's how you expect the entire world to function. And if it can do oppress, it can also defend.
Likewise, I've prepared one last question, one last choice. But rest assured, this choice will not have any grave consequences, because this is merely a figment of imagination, a nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights.
Okay.
If you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did, would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
Yes. Make the decision.
I see. I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order, where the strong govern the weak.
You just said the strong protecting the weak wouldn't work. What makes you think we're governing will? Not to mention, that's just exploitation with fancier paperwork.
I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow
You okay?
and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
You say, strong protecting weak does not work, but what you are basically telling me is something that is inherently much more difficult to do.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden.
Yep. Come on. Mouse, I need you to work.
When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison. A place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest.
And that's not how the goddamn works.
Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime.
You're crazy. Ah, yes, 2 or 3 days out of every week, which is usually about anywhere from 5/7 a week to 4/7 a week. Still being non-perfect. Can you not be a fucking dumbass?
From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days.
That's not gonna work.
Every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit, living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss.
Not really.
Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
You understand the problem. You don't understand the solution.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
The fuck do you mean a flawless theory?
But what is the price to attain all this?
There we go.
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary wakening until the end of the cosmos.
Wakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
I just shouldn't be picking at this because we're still gonna beat your ass.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams. But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature, and from there, show compassion and protection.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all, even when your heart pities them. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide.
There we go.
Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale
Going back to Mikhail and the Herring.
Is this place?
Hello, Misha.
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel a sense of deja vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty.
Yeah.
So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you know Penacony best among us.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
I'm counting on you then.
Himiko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
Because he has an old Astral Express tag on his tie.
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place, my hunch might be correct. Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here. The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial to us. We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time, as I believe he'll unveil the secret of this dream bubble.
All right, but there are doors all over the place. Which one should we choose?
I guess maybe this way? I'm not entirely sure, but let's give it a try.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door?
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. But I feel like I've been here before, and even lived here for a while. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling of firewood. And the room on the other side was the toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor and making up stories for each of them.
So you're pretty much a reincarnation of Mikhail.
Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So, what is this place?
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. We can surely get them back. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you can recall anything more?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
Ugh. Yep. Fireplace. As it looks like a hat.
Mikhail, that's the name? Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything about it, Misha?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the Watchmaker. But Mikhail.
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Grandpa? Do you mean you're the Watchmaker's grandson?
But we haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. And the name Mikhail is not rare. Perhaps it's merely a coincidence.
It's not.
Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea and had lots of friends who accompanied him on his travels.
He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise, both renowned seafarers. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea. I want to become a great adventurer, just like him.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing to do with the watchmaker. So, perhaps it's just a coincidence? So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey. And it's been quite a while since I last saw him.
Yeah.
So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville?
Something very talk.
And in here.
I heard some noises from the room. Origami Bird? That's a friend of mine.
You and Origami Bird are friends?
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one Origami Bird. They are a big family with lots of brothers and sisters who look the same. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best sailors.
Sailors? Can origami birds be sailors?
Could you tell us more about the compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever there is danger, Clocky will use a compass and guide the ship in the right direction.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have...
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird. I clearly remember Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Yep.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead.
Yep.
Look, there it is!
The water resembles a precious jewel, embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though I'm back in this place, standing by your side.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say that despite the perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of his house. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the difficulties at sea didn't seem quite as challenging.
You know, I quite understand such sentiments.
Don't sigh, or you'll start getting gray hair.
Hey, don't tease! I was just being a bit sentimental.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Yeah, while Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made, into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the watchmaker.
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an
But the funny part is that Penacony, before the whole golden hour or any of the sweet dreams or their thing, it was described that Memoria was like a sea. So
Could this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers to the memory zone.
there you go.
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further. Burden.
Oh, wait, that's S, not W.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is it. Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him the last time.
We lost so many challenges so many times.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Huh?
Lucky, you're here. Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his expeditions to every corner of the world. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived to ensure that everyone had land to settle on. He had to continue exploring the sea in search for the source of the rising seawater. On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voyage. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What sound?
Is it a tick?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky, an ocean of stars. He spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away, traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping. He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along. He said the journey I had
You're not
always
going outside
dreamed
now. It's way too late.
would start there.
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle, echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
This is the dream jigsaw, right? So we're supposed to...
Do you remember? You said you obtained a mysterious shard when you stumbled into this place.
Hey, the the shape seems to match. So this shard is also connected to Misha?
Looks
I don't
like
even
we're
rem-
just one step from revealing the truth. Let's get to the other side and investigate.
I didn't even remember picking this up. I mean, granted, I did kind of go through Penacony's story, extremely sleep deprived. Oh. So, it wouldn't surprise me if I just don't remember half the story and I'm gonna need to watch a bunch of videos on lore.
This is it. This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop, and it became my secret base. Here, I learned how to repair clockwork and gears, out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world. I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, but not exactly. To be more precise, this dream bubble itself is my home.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Yep.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
Marge, do you remember when she mentioned a clocky that only she could see?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right?
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. Her experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky.
Yeah.
A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few. It's just like a hidden message left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
No, but he has one of the tickets on his shirt.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now, take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Wait. No way!
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme.
Yep.
I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away? And the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha, or...
Mikhail?
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce myself. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system, adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave me a treasure, a name that carried their hopes. Mikhail Char Legwork, or simply Misha. If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name, the Watchmaker.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately, that legendary figure is no more. I am only a
reflection of his life. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. A friend of Clocky, a young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express. And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblaze.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations.
Yeah.
However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in her dream from the very beginning. The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through. But in the end, you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor. I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Asdana, where my friends and I built the original Penacony and fought for its future ever since. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left behind no possessions worth entrusting. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you, for the path of Trailblaze is never paved by others. All I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day. And my hat, too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. The trailblazing expedition will never end. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone, let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Of course.
In that case, then let's proceed together to the end.
You know, the funny part is, I'm pretty sure Misha's voice actor is the same exact voice actor for Xingqiu and Genshin, I think, because it sounds really similar, at least in that scene, but I'm not sure.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka. So why can't it be me, Misha?
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. The compass is waiting for you. Haven't you always wanted to be a better adventurer than me? Now go, board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case torn, and the marks on the dial all worn out. How did you manage to fix it?
Well, it's hard to explain, but I knew it could be fixed. It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen. Its hands were intact and pointing in the right direction, so I knew there would be a way to fix the rest.
I see. You'll work with me from now on. Haven't you always wanted to tinker with this train? You're its mechanic now. As for the conductor, I'll do the talking.
But I only know how to fix watches.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes. I'll teach you what you need to know.
Where are you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next stop. I'm staying in Astana with Rosalina and Tiernan.
I see. This place reminds you of home.
The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory and still have a long way to go towards true freedom. Hanunu needs us. Don't worry, not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if I leave the Express, our path of Trailblaze will continue.
Yeah. I knew you wouldn't stay on the Express forever. Leave in peace, my friend. And, take this with you.
This is Mr. Amundsen's hat. But why?
When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Well, I suppose the time has come. Farewell, legwork. Take care of Tiernan and Rosalina. And don't forget to write to us.
Where are you going, Watchmaker?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier, and I'm the only former nameless in Penacony. So why can't it be me?
Because you're all we have. Have you forgotten about Tiernan? The cosmos is way more dangerous now. What will happen to Penacony if we lose you too?
But what will happen to Penacony if we don't find a way out? Tiernan. How could I ever forget him? I've spent countless sleepless nights asking myself why I didn't go with him back then. We Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back to my old profession. Just wait for me to come back. But if, and it's a big if I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next Watchmaker.
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea. Wanna hear it?
Oh, come on. Aren't all your ideas just ways to get yourself killed? I may be blunt here, but you're the last remaining hero in Penacony. If you die too, the secret of the Stellaron will go to the grave with you.
Yes. I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to consider alternatives beyond Astana. We'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade and send invitations to the entire cosmos to gather people here.
So, a desperate struggle against the family?
Desperate? Don't we have you here, my friend? This task is challenging, but what hasn't been challenging for us along the way? Well, whatever you do, remember, make sure to send an invitation to the Astral Express.
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky. Take me to Dreamflux Reef. Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met. I want to write down that dream.
Write it down? Why?
Oh, so I won't forget it.
Do you remember how you got your name, Clocky?
Of course! You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks. Those wall clocks and pocket watches grew up with you and were your best friends.
Yes, but what I didn't mention was there's a funny misunderstanding behind it. I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. It was with my grandpa, guiding him on his sea voyages and leading the way in his every adventure story. I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too. And that's when you appeared in my dreams.
Yeah. Every night, we boarded the compass and set sail together.
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandpa gave it to me that I realized it wasn't a pocket watch at all. It was a compass. So, your name should have been Compassy, and the watchmaker is just a nameless.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else.
Yeah. Can I see any of the details? Man.
I've traveled far enough, and it's time for a little break.
Oh. So, we'll set out again. When you're rested?
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is... where it ends? What do you mean, Misha? You told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What's that supposed to be? I've been following you. Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just do what we usually do. With the clockwork.
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape and beyond. But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation. Eventually, they gather the courage to make bold decisions. Whether it's calming, joyful, angry, or sad, all they need is a little nudge to take that I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands.
always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to order.
And this is...
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an Eon?
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you. I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, but on center stage. Since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, let's draw a conclusion there. In all fairness, if you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
You're starting to sneeze a lot. You know you're breaking Graham's heart, right? Go. Go. Go to Grandma. Anyway, tread on a new path. Oh, that's cool. Increases break effect, causes additional break damage when allies attack enemies who weak is broken.
Please stay tuned.
Are you trying to climb up or are you trying to pull me down? I cannot tell. And this way.
We need a strategy.
Ugh. Yep. Swing Dax Etiquette, Halftime Rain, All Out Footlight Parade.
Time to test our rapport. Let's improvise.
Commencing support. Ready for another?
Step up, let's see ya.
Take your positions.
Hold on, I probably should. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh.
Dreams do come true.
Enemy targets detected.
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin.
By the order of the Ten, execute the Marastruck!
That's all you got?
Oh my god.
Nice like a good my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Enemy data secure.
Super
Network
great.
is activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Oh, this feels disgusting.
Let's improvise.
Oh, this feels extremely disgusting. Okay. You're getting like a... Oh, Jesus, I have to level up all the traces.
Before our paths diverge, savor the shared journey.
So, ultimate talent, basic tech skill. So, yeah, but then I need, no, you're not doing that. I'd be getting this one. Hold on, more importantly, let's converge. Can I actually teleport to here? That's the better question. Yes, I can. The answer is yes. So it might just end up being better to go to here just to start this. And either way, this seems like a pretty good place to end it off, just so I can have a boss battle reserved auto itself. Right. And photo mode. Okay, either way. Thank you to everyone who decided to check out the stream while I was live. Thank you to anyone who's currently watching the YouTube video. And especially thank you to anyone who's decided to stay this late. I hope you're having a good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, whichever suits you best. And to end it off, I'd like to say goodbye.